All right, good afternoon. My name is Akili Height. I'm broadcasting from beautiful Dockweiler Beach, Playa del Rey, California. It's the day after the 4th of July, so today is July 5th, 2019. This is the introduction to my channel, LUCID Futurism. What is LUCID Futurism? Lucid Futurism is a combination of lucid dreaming and afro-futurism. So we'll dig a little bit deeper into both of those as this series of videos progresses. But if you can imagine, lucid dreaming is the phenomenon of being aware that you're dreaming. So you're essentially waking up in your dreams. You're conscious that you are dreaming. So some people have experienced those, a lot of people have. And if you have not, that doesn't mean that you will not. Me, myself, I've only experienced lucid dreaming probably 2 or 3 times in my life that I'm aware of, that I recall. However, they were I guess impactful enough for me, kind of to leave an indelible mark just on my psyche about this phenomenon. So lucid dreaming, basically, I mean, a lot of us already dream vividly, and we dream, some dream, I think we all dream in color, or if you don't dream in color, then maybe, you know, that's an area of improvement. But basically, some people dream in high definition, and to some people, dreaming can be considered like entertainment. It has been for me at certain times. Others can look at dreaming as being scary and often have what's associated as nightmares. You know, we all have scary dreams. Sometimes it's suspenseful, but the purpose of awakening in your dream is to realize that, hey, you know what, this is just a dream. So, and when you realize that this is just a dream, and especially if it's vivid, you can kind of start creating your own reality, because you understand that this is your creation to begin with. You're creating unconsciously, so by having a lucid dream, you are illuminating or becoming more conscious, and therefore the possibility of taking that ability, parlaying it into this waking world, becomes that much greater. This so-called real world that we live in. So the afro-futurism part is basically, you know, it's a techno-culture movement, just imagining the future as African or Afro-inspired. It can be a movement in technology and art and social media and your day-to-day living. But just the awareness that Black people have served roles in history and will continue to serve roles in the future. Obviously, we're serving roles, you know, positive roles, hopefully, today in this present time. So the Afro-futurism part is just an offshoot of futurism in general. And I consider myself a futurist and a visionary. So lucid futurism is a product of my imagination, yet it is how I feel the future shall be. We are marching towards a future. It's unfolding at this moment, but a future of awakening, because we are surrounded by information. We are deepening ourselves into this information age. Man, 2020 is less than 6 months away. Time is flying, and it's obviously, if you were born in 2000, you don't know life before the internet, but I'm not ashamed to say it. I was born in 1971, smack dab, dead in the middle of the Vietnam War. My pops was already drafted in boot camp when I was born. I was born June 13, 1971, the same day that the first in the series of articles of what became known as the Pentagon Papers dropped. Look it up. So I came into this world kind of like as we were going into a new world, fueled by this information. So I've always kind of resonated with information. I was fortunate enough to, my mother worked for Xerox in the 70s and 80s. And during that time, Xerox was like the Google of its time, you know, even like that, maybe not the Amazon, but yeah, maybe even Amazon, the tech company of its time. Xerox invented the mouse, the graphical user interface, the laser printer, all the fonts that they sold to Adobe, and many more. So my mother, she had bought us what was considered a computer at that time. I had a computer at home in 1981. And my mother, she used to print stuff out from what they called the Ethernet. During the 80s, they would have bulletin boards, and the black employees had a group, and they would post educational things, and she would print them out and bring to me. And this is during the 80s, like the early to mid 80s. So I've been around information pretty much all my life, and I've resonated towards information, which is why I went and got a master's in information technology. So, but enough about me. I just kind of wanted to throw that out there because it's all relevant to the purpose of this channel. Again, my name is Akili. Akili is Swahili for intelligent, and that was the name I was born with. I was fortunate to have progressive, afro-progressive parents. I guess in a sense they were afro-futurists. So, therefore, here we are, 2019, as we approach the next decade of the 21st century, this information age. I present lucid futurism. So that's really all I had to say right now. We'll get a little deeper into the purpose, and not just the purpose, the themes, the subject matters at hand. They're going to branch off into anything from sacred geometry to what is it called? Transhumanism. I have notes here. I might as well read them off. Yeah. All right. So the goal of this channel, I'm reading now, is to build a community of like-minded truth seekers, people who believe that the truth shall set you. The truth shall set you free. Some of the topics we'll be exploring in this channel are artificial intelligence, technology singularity, transhumanism, the third eye, sacred geometry, spiritual evolution, mental revolution, DNA, Christ consciousness, astral projection, lucid dreaming, death and the afterlife, the holographic universe and computer simulation theory, quantum physics, astrophysics, futurism and afro-futurism, the cannabis effect, virtual and augmented reality, Tesla's inventions and philosophies. Tesla was a man 200 years ahead of his time, at least. Overcoming fear and having courage. Chi, prana, and orgone energy. That's the energy that drives energy. The human aura. The philosophy of the Sankofa. It's a reminder to be retrospective. And many, many other things. So, the end result is we're going to create a new hero, a new black superhero. Marvel needs some competition. Peace, I'm out.